Good morning, YouTube. I think we got 69 days till spring. Yahoo! I'm ready. I'm ready for the garden. I'm ready for spring to get here. I wanted to say thanks for all the support on the video yesterday about keeping it old school, and the majority wins. We're definitely going to keep it old school, that's for sure. Real quick, I want to show you a book that my father got long time ago, and I'll let you see it here. It's meat curing and he got this from the Morton Salt Company. If anybody knows how to get this same meat curing book and butchering pamphlet, I would like to know, because the one that I sent after, this is the one that they sent me. And again, it's from the Morton Salt Company. I think it cost about $5 for this. But this one and this one, they're not the same thing. They want to act like it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. But when I was a young man, my father would send through the government, and the government put out pamphlets. And I don't know if anybody's out there is familiar with some of the pamphlets. And this is one that I got about a year ago from the government. And I'll show you the back of it there, that I got from the government. It's a Farmer's Bulletin number 1186, U.S. Department of Agriculture. And you used to be able to get all kinds of information in pamphlet form from the government. I believe that you can research the same thing on the internet. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but I would like to know how to get these pamphlets and if we could still get them from the government. Now, the gentleman sent me the pamphlet there, and that's a 1949 issue, by the way. 1949. And they used to sell them. I think they were like a quarter. And this is some paperwork he also sent me of other pamphlets that were attainable apparently at that time. How to build a smokehouse, how to do a lot of how-to, the old school ways of doing things that our government would encourage us to keep alive. But for some reason, seems as if our government doesn't want us to keep the old school skills alive anymore. And I'm sure I'm wrong about that, and I believe that the government has went a different route than printing the pamphlets. But if you have any information on these pamphlets and you could help me out, I would really truly appreciate it. Because again, my father got them on raising chickens, bees, anything to do with agriculture, or even how to save money. The government had some of the best literature on agriculture and old school ways of living that you could get. But they did send me this letter, and this letter has several websites that I can go to and look things up. I haven't been able to get on not one of these websites. I haven't been able to access one of these websites for these for the pamphlets. And it says to take it over to the public library, and that they are more than capable of helping me with it on the internet. So I did. I took it over to the library, and there were several people at the library, the librarians, They tried to access it on the internet and couldn't. They actually connected with two other libraries, a main library here in Ohio, to try to access the information, and they could not do it. And I was there for over 4 hours. This has been about a year ago. I've always been curious, again, about getting the pamphlets. That's all I really want from the government. And I'd be willing to pay for them as well. But I told the librarian real quick that it's okay, we're done. And she said, no, we're not okay. And it does say in this letter, I'd have to read the whole entire thing to find it, but that the librarian or the libraries across America are educated in a way that they could help us if we were to come in such a case as this. And she said that that library and the other libraries had never been notified from the government how to access what's on here. Now, if you would like some of these web addresses that they put up here, you leave me a comment below, and I can type in the web addresses. I'm sure that there's an awful lot of people out there that are they're better at the computer than I am, and perhaps that could be my problem. But I've always been curious why the librarians could not get the information. They could bring up certain web pages, but they could not access to how to buy these from the government, if the government still prints them. And I'd rather have it in print form in case something happened that you can get on the internet. If the electric's gone or whatever, God forbid. But if anybody out there, and even in the UK, I want to say in the UK, if there's some literature from your government that I could access about agriculture, sustainability, anything to do with farming, I would be more than interested to know about it for sure. And I'd like to have some of their pamphlets as well. I know that the UK, they're notorious farmers. I will say that. They got grit. And I've seen some of their documentaries on farming, especially the wartime farm. I was very, very impressed. And I'm just looking for the knowledge and the literature if I can find it. So again, real quick, if you can get any information on any kind of pamphlets that we can get from the government, USDA, or again in the UK. And then there was this again. My father got this long ago, over 50 years ago. But apparently you cannot get this one anymore. If you can, I would really like to know it. And as far as I know, this is the only one that you can get. It's familiar with this one, but it's not the same thing. All right. Thanks for your time, and thanks for watching. And thanks for all your support and for subbing. And I will say God bless to you. Can't wait on spring to get here. I hope you have a good day. And of course, if you find out any information on what I've mentioned this morning, I sure would like to know about it. So again, thanks for watching and have a real good day.